What are you rehearsing in your mind? Let me tell you a secret that governs your entire life. You are always telling a story. Not aloud, perhaps, not to others, but within yourself, continuously. You are narrating your life. You tell the story of who you are. You tell the story of what others think of you. You tell the story of whether things are working out or falling apart. And that story, though unseen and unheard by the world, is the very thing shaping the world around you. For man does not live by facts. He lives by assumptions. And an assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. Now hear me carefully. You do not attract what you want. You do not manifest what you hope for. You express what you assume to be true. And your assumptions are revealed most clearly in your inner conversations. What do you say to yourself when no one else is listening? When you replay a conversation, do you hear criticism? Do you defend yourself? Do you imagine rejection? Do you rehearse failure? Then you're telling the old story. And the old story must continue to unfold so long as you remain faithful to it. For the world is not responding to your words spoken in prayer. It is responding to your dominant inner speech. Now you may say to me, but Neville, I do not mean to tell this story. It simply happens. Yes, it happens because it is familiar. It happens because it is the state you have occupied. But you are not bound to it. You are not sentenced to repeat it. You may tell a new story right now. You see, imagination is not fantasy. It is spiritual sensation. It is reality in advance. And when you begin to inwardly converse from the premise that your desire is fulfilled, you shift states. You must catch yourself in the act of telling the old story. When you say within yourself, nothing is changing, stop. When you hear yourself say, they never choose me, stop. When you rehearse the memory of failure, stop. And gently, without strain, tell the new story. Hear the congratulation instead of the criticism. Hear the praise instead of the doubt. Hear the voice that says, of course it worked out. It always does. You are not lying to yourself. You are selecting a state. And the state you select will project itself outwardly. Do not concern yourself with how it will happen. The bridge of incidents will unfold naturally. But you must remain loyal to the new story. You cannot tell the story of wealth in the morning and rehearse poverty in the afternoon. You cannot imagine reconciliation at night and argue inwardly all day. Persistence does not mean effort. It means loyalty. Loyalty to the unseen reality you have chosen to accept. Now understand this. Your world is frozen inner speech. Every circumstance you face was once an inner conversation carried on unnoticed. So if you would change the world, change the conversation. Do not attempt to force outer change. Do not attempt to manipulate appearances. Simply revise the narrative. If today something displeases you, revise it tonight. Rewrite the scene. Hear it differently. See it resolved. And then carry that new version as though it were the only version. In time, you will find that the world conforms to your revised script. For imagination creates reality. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the author of it, but you must write deliberately. You must speak inwardly with intention. Tell the story of the man you desire to be. Tell the story of the relationship you wish to experience. Tell the story of the success that feels natural to you. And tell it so often, so calmly, so consistently that it becomes your inner dwelling place. Then you will not be trying to manifest. You will be expressing who you have become. And when the story within changes, the story without must follow. There is no other way. So I say to you, stop repeating the old narrative. Stop defending your limitations. Stop rehearsing yesterday's disappointments. Tell the new story. And persist in it until it feels like memory rather than imagination. For when it feels like memory, it is done, and the world will play its part accordingly.